on any music endeavors, anything like that? At y'all school, anybody recording, anybody trying to? Because now music, everybody doing music.
Right.
They always say no. For at least the past, probably about 6-7 years, they always say no.
Right.
So the stuff we did even then, it stood that test of time. So with y'all, maybe like y'all had said earlier, okay, coming together might have actually been a good thing.
Right.
But I think it actually went the way it was supposed to, at least then, because we were able to kind of corner different markets, but at the same time cornering the whole school.
Facts.
It was at least you can ask anybody.
It was almost as if we planned it that way, right?
Exactly.
Some Kanye and 50 Cent, right?
Exactly.
that's
funny.
That analogy is too accurate,
funny,
bro.
Because it was not one person you asked them like, hey, so MVS or RGG, it's not gonna be nobody to say neither.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a pick. So let's say maybe we did. You know what I'm saying? Do that for a reason or whatever. Maybe we did.
Even with the 212 thing though, like the way that kind of blew up. If it wasn't for that, I would have never did the golden ticket. Like I had like 25 songs on there.
You doing Charlie and Guala Factor?
I was supposed to do a short EP of 4 songs.
Never even heard that title before.
He was supposed to do Charlie and Guala Factor, which was gonna be
like a little small EP.
And we was like, well, you know what? Because of all the cold bars, the same thing with you. Like it was so much anticipation.
Right.
So I was like, well, why don't you do like a little EP, something called the Golden Ticket, before Charlie and Guala Factor?
Yeah.
He takes it and just like Willy Wonka just ran with
25 songs. I just little Wayne did. I dropped 3 that I just.
Facts. And the funny thing about the consumer is, when we were in junior high school, they picked sides. We was in high school, nobody picked sides.
That's true.
They were so used to seeing us together that both projects were well received.
It was so powerful.
The movement definitely was. And it was influential. I remember one time you said you seen somebody copying our format. Day one, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had got most of the game from Young Teddy. Straight up, I don't got to. And Soulja Boy, a whole pioneer out here.
Yeah, you used to put Soulja Boy on me, bro. I used to like he's trash.
A whole pioneer.
You used to be like,
Nard
no,
put me on, but it was like, yo, son, this is what it takes. Yeah, now look, everybody doing it. It's Instagram stars everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I want to take it back. What was college like for you? What did you major in? You know what I'm saying?
College for me, man. I always wanted to do music coming out of high school, and my first year of college, I commuted. I hated it. I was so like, it was like pulling teeth. I was making a lot of music still with like people from high school, like Merck and Beezy. I was making a lot of music with them, and I got on academic probation after my first year. For real.
He went from the music to the academic probation, like.
Cause I chose this. Cause it was the way we was living. It was just like parties here. We down there.
Yeah.
I'm going to state, so he downtown. We throwing parties.
And I'm commuting.
We in the studio. Right. He's commuting back and forth.
So
we
I'm
in the
not
studio.
in campus life. I'm at. Still
I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just funny how you framed that. Like, yeah, I was making music, then I was on academic probation.
It was deeper than that though, cause it was just like I said, the parties, the recording. We used to record, bro. Like. We had home studios. How late you used to stay up? Trying to master and perfect something. We was doing that every night.
Next day, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
It wasn't really no up. I was just working.
And then we doing this, and then we gotta go to class. We might have a test. We might have this and that. So it got a little overwhelming after the year or whatever. And then it got back on track.
Sophomore year, I moved on campus.
And then
that's when the experience. That's when I was like, oh, I'm glad I came here, because it was like I was able to experience a different life. Like the people who went to KSU and the people I grew up with, it's two different worlds. And I was able to say like, wow, I don't fit into this world like that, but let me see, let me explore. And so I was able to it wasn't a reinvention of myself, but it was, your surroundings begin to shape you. So I was able to focus on school more. I was able to be in the library, go to the cafeteria, meet girls like in a library setting, or like in these different settings. And I threw like a lot of dorm room parties and kickbacks and drink nights and stuff like that. Because when I went in 2011, KSU was really low key. Everybody had a really like small pockets, and people weren't even smoking like weed or nothing. Like you hadn't heard of Future at that time. It was like really,
it was really great. Whatever KSU now, 10 years ago.
Yeah, totally different. Totally
so
different.
for him to be able to be on campus, and then I'm able to come up there and like you're in the mix. You know what I'm saying? When he's commuting, you get to go, you go home, you come back. Nah, he there, 24/7. Anything going on is like 24/7 CNN news. Like he's there. So we record a song. The difference is, okay, he can't stay up there if he's commuting, and I'm not up there. But now he live there. It's like, okay, so now we can promote this song. Now we can throw a kickback and throw a party, and we playing that song. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how the audience respond to it. So we ended up making a song called Double Step Oreo, and it blew up over the whole school. So now at different parties and stuff we're not even going to, the DJ's playing it there. Now it's word of mouth and stuff. And guess what? He's right here. You can see him. You can touch him. You can go to his room. You can go to his dorm.
That's crazy.
See him.
So
it just blew.
So, life lesson. Anybody who's listening does art. Being in the marketplace with the consumer, hand in hand, right? From junior high school to high school to college. The record goes a lot further. I know Atlanta's big on the strip club culture because people come out. What's my man name with the twerk song, Black Youngster? He was actually in the strip clubs. Future, that's how he blew up. So that's the same thing with the Double Step Oreo. For me, my experience was actually different. Actually, so it sounds like you was able to capitalize off staying local.
Yeah.
We had strippers everywhere. Party promoters, strippers, tags. Like, we had all of them.
So when I went away to Orlando in Full Sail, I never stopped writing. I think I left school with 400 songs. So that's why when my album coming out in December, I had so much music to pick from. And we talking about 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it was the market was, I went to a new market and we was the pioneers of this here. It was just our squads and then Young Teddy's squad, which was above us. You know what I mean? I'm sure he had his rivals too, but that's largely what we was looking up to. When I got down there, it was different. Everybody was doing the same thing and it was a major turn off. And it actually hurt my confidence. So it's funny that you was out here thriving. You feel me? Well, a lot of people feel like I cut you. I undercut you. You feel me? I know that was probably the feeling in the air for a long time, but you was going. You was doing better than I was. I didn't have no single. I did have a record. I had a record called Finger Looking Good that was doing good, though. I did have a record that was doing good. But I wasn't putting out new music. I wasn't performing. I wasn't throwing parties, bro. I was throwing parties, but not to the extent that you was actually winning in the market. You feel me? So, hindsight 2020, bro, perspective is important. If you never told me that, I would have never knew that.
One thing about the college experience I will say, though, and about focusing on school versus music, when I stayed on campus, I did some music and I was, involved in the campus. That was nice. But I started commuting again and I kind of learned how to balance
like the following year?
Yeah, exactly. The following year. I kind of learned how to balance it. But at the same time, the best advice that you gave me actually was, even going into college, don't make the music the primary thing these folks know you for. Like, let them get to know you as a person and who you are. And then that's why when I stayed on campus, I got more into DJing parties. I wasn't focused on promoting myself as an artist. I made music and some of it was well received, but that wasn't the mindset. I didn't have any artist goals. I was just kind of, in the wind on it.
We were trying to be a one-stop shop.
Let me brand myself.
Right. And everything in it. We're trying to be a one-stop shop. Whatever you need, you can come to. Like,
and I say it worked.
Yeah.
That's what I will say.
And then he only had the dorm for a year. So he had to take all that experience, all that positivity that came from there, and then go back to commuting. But the good thing about that was we had our own house. So now it's kind of like just a bigger dorm. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, now you could just finesse it, throw parties, record whenever you wanted to, however long
that was
you
actually
wanted to.
really
That's
crazy.
amazing. So Double Step Oreo came out. Any other songs came out? Anything notable?
It was the new trap song too.
New trap was big, $1 Million Motives. And I'm trying to.
I remember $1 Million Motives.
He had it wasn't Journey to Discovery. It was what was that song?
Oh, Shift 48.
Shift 48.
Woohoo!
Shift 48.
That was by rolling up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he know why. I think.
You never. That's funny. That's so funny, bro.
Man.
You never took your foot off the gas.
I guess I didn't.
I didn't necessarily take my foot off of the gas, but I changed directions.
Yeah, you had to reinvent yourself.
I coasted.
Coasted.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wasn't.
I never hit the brakes.
You wasn't going back to. You wasn't 70 or 80 miles an hour. You was 40, 50.
You know how like you ride a bike and you pedal and you kind of, I kind of just coasted.
I changed direction. So that's interesting because the music is what I left for.
Yeah.
The music was always my love.
But you found more ways to make money.
Facts.
Which
I found
you
a lot
need
of
both.
Blessing. That was a blessing.
It's a blessing. I think it all worked out exactly how it was supposed to, but that's definitely a good way of looking at it.
You found more ways to make that bread. Yeah. It ain't just, you know what I'm saying? About 3, 4, 5 different routes you can take.